know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves, they try to defamate my character, but I won't let them, it's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out, now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, Hit Boy, we got another one. Ha! Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from Ford Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Brings up third down.
Off the play fake, Chambers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Brings up second and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Hurts. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. He'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And just short. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Chambers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. It'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Hurts. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That grab another career milestone for 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 9:03, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Second and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there. That'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not, and dropped him for no gain.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. On the sneak, it's Hurts. Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's good for the Lions.
Off play action. Chambers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw a touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll set up to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Okay, break.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Chambers. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Vikings take it over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got some space. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings! And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And now after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the third quarter. And now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy much different here in the second half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They're going to look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On second down, it's Walker.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's good for the Lions.
They go play action here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not really...
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off-play action. Chambers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Chambers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And And this one is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Straight ahead, Walker. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Off-play action. Chambers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy is eating me alive. And the coach...
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Chambers. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And it's taken in at the 9. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that nearly the pull that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on third down, Chambers.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Sticking with Walker on second down. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Chambers. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
This out quickly to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Completes it to Hardman.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Chambers. Catch made here by Campbell.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Running right, here's Walker. Powering forward, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 174, just one shy of Emmitt Smith in 2nd place.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get him.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Minnesota, they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Lions,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.